Welcome back, everybody, to the Nevada Wolfpack Dynasty. We will wrap up non-conference play in today's episode where we take on Michigan State and Boston College after two straight road upsets so far in season number 4. We upset Nebraska, who was number 7 at the time, and Florida, who was number 6 at the time. But today I want to reveal first here in season 4 our walk-on submissions. Now, these are players that I put in the community tab and you guys submitted your player profiles, and these will replace players who committed to our school the last season or two that did not get a commitment animation. They stayed on our board the entire year until National Signing Day in the off season. So let's start out here at tailback here with Duval Galite, an impact 3-star freshman. Now, looking at him, he is not a guy that's going to be a top-end speed guy, but he is going to be probably a guy that's going to be a pass catcher out of the backfield. I think he does have some time to develop. Hopefully, he does stick around. Looking at a lot of these deal breakers for these freshmen, they're actually really good, like Tyrell Ward, proximity to home, so we're going to probably be able to keep him in the system. His skill caps aren't the greatest, but he can probably be a contributor a couple of years down the road. He's a guy that I do like as far as playing in the slot, but not a guy that's going to probably play a ton of playing time, probably be a slot that's kind of his future in this program. Savage McMacklin is a tight end that honestly could play pretty soon, and I'm looking at his skill caps, and he isn't going to be the greatest of route runners, but he has that quickness to be able to contribute in that receiving game, so he's somebody to keep your eye out on this year. Nathan Moore, 3-star impact freshman. Now, his deal breaker is coach prestige, so as long as we just keep winning games, our coach prestige will stay high. Now, one thing I have not noticed in this game yet, and let me know if you guys have, is that our coordinators never leave. I don't know what the deal with that is. They pretty much stick around. You can keep them pretty much forever. I noticed that in last year's game too, but more so in this year. Jordan Davis, we have a few linebackers here in this freshman walk-on class. He's actually pretty good. His skill caps are amazing. His quickness is all the way up. His pass rush is all the way up. We could be building him into a pass rusher. Ronnie Hutchinson, another linebacker. Now, his pass coverage is all the way up with his skill caps. I mean, he has very, very good pass coverage skill caps. So I'm probably going to develop these linebackers all a little bit different. Each one will have their unique set of skill sets, and I think we will kind of do it that way. Tay Priolo is going to be our only cornerback here. Now, Priolo is an impact dev. His deal breaker is that coach prestige. We have a few freshmen who have that coach prestige deal breaker, but he's got that silver mental legion, and he's got a lot of development to do, and he's got excellent skill caps, so he's probably going to be a really good cornerback in the future of this program if he remains. And then at safety, our last guy here, we have Quinn Harvester, who is a safety at 65 overall. He is a freshman, probably going to get redshirted this year, and I think that he could have a bright future at safety for this program. Now, after our first 2 games, we are surprisingly not in the top 25. Matter of fact, in the media polls, we are not even getting any votes for the top 25. That was definitely surprising to me. But I think we are on our way, and we are very close. And Damarr Tamm is having an amazing year so far. In 2 games, he's already top 5 in receiving. All of the guys around him have 3 games played, which is definitely an advantage to them, but showing the season that Tamm is having. So we will go up against Michigan State and Boston College in today's episode. Both teams right now are undefeated. So this is not going to be an easy game whatsoever, easy 2 games whatsoever. Now, this one is our home opener versus Michigan State, so we get to come in front of our home fans. But then we go on the road again and play at Boston College, and we're playing on the East Coast, so it's probably going to be raining more than likely. So we'll see if our team can live up to the task of winning their first 3 games of the season. Can Damarr Tamm continue his great start to the season? Can our pass rush continue their great start to the season? And defensively is what we've been doing best so far. We have been stopping opposing offenses and putting Enrique D'Amico on clamps, and also Nebraska's offense. We showed them that it's going to be a tough year for their offense. So here we go. We will receive the opening kickoff. Here is Rick Gaskin, our speedster in this receiving core. He takes it back to about the 23-yard line. Dylan Council out onto the field now, as he has thrown for 300 yards in each of the first 2 games. Here's the first carry, this time by Hefney up the middle. Stephen Hefney, as he picks up a gain of 15. You're going to see a good dose of Hefney along with David Paul and Fabian Brisker in this backfield. And there is a wide open man there on the crossing route. It is Mike Bandy. Brisker checks into the game here, number 7 at tailback, but here's a throw out to left side. It's the tight end transfer, Dylan Galloway from Appalachian State, and he picks up a first down. We're across the 50, moving the ball quite well. Here is David Paul, who checks into the game, and he breaks a couple of tackles, fighting forward for a gain of 6. Trips to the left side this time. Here is Council rolling. He's thinking about throwing, but he's just going to take it himself, and will take it out of bounds for a first down scramble. Easy drive so far for the offense. We get it to a 3rd and 10. Here's a throw up the seam, and it is caught. It's Mike Bandy for the touchdown. And Bandy created the separation right off of the line of scrimmage, playing in the slots there. And he makes it a 7-0 start to this ball game. So here we are out on defense. We come out here with 3 down linemen to start it out. We creep up Marquise Rahman. We send pressure from the will linebacker, and that is a nice catch across the middle by number 83, Mike Easy. Now, Michigan State has a pretty good roster. Alessio I'm going to try to say his last name, Miljovic is the quarterback. He hands it off this time, and that's going to be to number 28, Carmonte Boozer, for a big-time gain on the cutback to the outside. Miljovic will have it at the 15-yard line, at the 10-yard line. Here's a throw to the end zone, and the pressure got to him this play, and that's thrown out of the back of the end zone. Miljovic here on a 3rd and 4. This time under pressure, it is Eric Sendejo who gets home. Sendejo had a little bit of a down year last year, only tacking on 1.5 sacks last year. But this time he gets to the quarterback. It's 7-3 here as our offense is back on the field. Here's a throw to Whitehead. Whitehead to the outside, and he picks up a nice gain of about 11 yards for a first down on the RPO. Council has been accurate so far this year, and it's really shown here as we move the ball nicely. Here is Brisker juking to the inside. That's a gain of 7. And Brisker continues to impress. I recruited him as a freshman. He was more interested in going to Cincinnati, but we were the only team to offer him a scholarship, so he comes to Nevada. Here's a throw on the run this time, and that is Damarr Tamm on the sideline, keeping both feet in bounds on that catch. So now at the 22, here's a handoff. Brisker, he does get stuffed that time, and it brings it to a 3rd and 8 now in field goal range. But here's a throw up the middle, and that is going to be caught. It's Alessi Tao who gets really his first playing time here of this series after being redshirted a year ago. Here's a throw to the end zone this time. Looking for Damarr Tamm. It's a touchdown. Using his size and skill over the linebacker that time, just using his body, great body control, great hands, and the linebacker never stood a chance. 14-3 here in the second quarter. Here is Michigan State trying to run a screen pass, and they will get a first down here to Daryl Hops, a true freshman tight end. They have 2 starting tight ends who are true freshmen, Ty Dobbs along with Quandre Dawkins. Now they get it to a 3rd and 7 this time. The stadium is loud Here is pressure and a throw and a big lob to the right side. It's knocked away by Josiah Persinger. A little too much air on that throw, in my opinion. So now here we go. Dylan Council back on the field. There's a wide open Darius Whitehead. He's got it spinning away from a tackle and getting across the 50. And Council has been unstoppable so far, 10 of 12, as this defense cannot get the offense off the field. Here is Council throwing to the flats this time. He's got Bandy, who just cuts it upfield and will take it out of bounds for a first down. Another completion here. Here's Council, another short throw. This time it's out to Braden Cage, who gets a few yards on that catch. Cage was a guy we did recruit a year ago and we redshirted him. Here is Hefney in the game, and he picks up a gain of about 5. A heavy dose of all of our running backs so far. Here is Brisker in the game. He gets to the outside. He's using his speed and gets pushed out at about the 10-yard line, maybe the 9. And now Hefney checks back in. They send pressure right away. Council under pressure. He cannot get rid of it. Nobody created separation on that play. It's a sack back at the 17. 3rd and goal now. Here's a throw to the right side. It's Galloway who had it. And it looks like he could not hold it in, but would have just been a 4th down anyway. So we set up for 3 on that drive. Here's a throw to the right side. That's going to be caught on the wheel route by Clifton Bohannon. And he picks up a first down. Here's another carry up the middle, a big hole, and that's an easy first down conversion. Carmonte Boozer picks it up. He's got 6 for 50 today. They eventually get it to the goal line. Here's a handoff, and Boozer is in, throwing off Estandia, number 32, getting his first playing time of his career after being redshirted a year ago. And Nevada will hold on to the 7-point lead here. We have 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a throw, and that's caught. It's Mike Bandy in, oh my goodness, a 50-50 ball situation. He just makes it look easy. Now across the 50. Here's a short throw. It's Damarr Tamm, and Tamm's got separation. Tamm will score. 2 plays, and it's a touchdown. And this offense is just electric at this point. Damarr Tamm, they sent the cover 0. I'm surprised they did that right before halftime. So now here we go in the second half. Here's Miljovic throwing to the right side. That is going to be knocked to the ground. Now a 3rd and long in the pocket. Neighbors gets to the quarterback and thrown into traffic where Larry Tuilolo was playing in coverage, and it's knocked away. So here we are back on offense. Our offense has been unstoppable so far. Here's a throw on a wheel route to Damarr Tamm. He's got it inside the 20. What a great throw by Council, and he is red hot at this point. Now at the 19, here is another throw across the middle to Bandy. He's got it now inside the 10, and that pass puts Council at 300 yards passing. Now here's another throw to the end zone, looking for Whitehead, and he drops it. That was a touchdown, and we do have to kick the field goal. It's now 27-10 now, and for the rest of this game, you know, I do want to make sure we get Tamm some catches. Who knows? He might sit the 4th quarter. Here's a throw across the middle. That's Braden Cage, and he will have it across the 50 all the way to the 28-yard line for the first down. He's getting some meaningful playing time. So now Council play action fake now, rolling to the right side, throwing, and this one's intercepted, slightly underthrown by Council. I think the pressure may have thrown off that accuracy on that one. If he would have led Tamm to the pylon more, that one maybe could have been a touchdown. There's Miljovic, though, on the field, and he will go down, and the defense comes through again. This time it's the true freshman defensive tackle Morgan Ezekiel who gets to the quarterback. So here we go now at the 39, a very long field goal from 56 yards, and it's no good. Nevada remains in the driver's seat even after the turnover. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here is Council throwing deep, a flag on the play. This one intercepted, looking for Tamm again. And this time it's going to be a 50-50 ball situation, and Tamm cannot get the proper leverage on that throw, and it's going to be holding anyway, so it's going to stand. So 2 straight drives with INTs here for the Nevada offense. As here we are back on defense. Miljovic takes up the middle, and he will get a first down on that scramble. On the edge of field goal range, your kicker already missed from 56, but here's a screen pass out to Boozer. Boozer picks up a block, and he's inside the 10-yard line. A couple of nice blocks there by the pulling guard. Now inside the 10 now from the shotgun, Miljovic. All day to throw, and he has a man wide open. It is a touchdown. And this will be a 10-point game here. 4 minutes to go. Michigan State making this a game. Here is Council now throwing across the middle. That one's caught. It's Mike Bandy, and that will be a catch for a first down. Now David Paul this time, running the football up the middle, getting pushed forward a little bit by the defense, and that one will be a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 again. This time it's going to be another first down. Timeout by Michigan State. They have used all of them, so one more first down should win this game. Brisker up the middle. He gets pushed forward, and that one should do it. We will just knee it out from here, and we go on to win this game by 10 to open our season at home and move to a 3-0 record. Wow. What a start to this season. Every single year, non-conference games are just very, very tough for us. We just have a weird time adjusting. This year, I think it's been tough, obviously, but it hasn't been that big of an adjustment, especially for the offense, because we've had a lot of the same starters returning, and that's definitely helped us quite a bit, because every single year we have an adjustment, new players added in, trying to figure out a new quarterback. This year, with Dylan Council returning as a sophomore, it's definitely made it a lot easier, and a lot easier an adjustment. So this year we've been able to get off to a quicker start, in my opinion, because of that. And then we've just added pieces to the depth, like Stephen Hefney, kind of like offensive linemen. Like, those guys aren't really true game changers to how you're orchestrating and running your offense. But adding guys that are receivers like we did last year with Micah Tease, it just takes a little bit to get used to certain guys in the offense. But really, I think also the defense is much better this year, and I think that's really made an impact on us and allowed us to really blossom on both sides of the football. So after that game, surprise, surprise, we're still not ranked. That's incredible. The media poll doesn't even have us even mentioned, but the coaches poll, we get 7 measly votes, which is pretty ridiculous. And I think that, this is definitely going to light a fire under this team, because I definitely think that this is a top 25 team that we are playing with this year. So in game number 2 here in this doubleheader episode, it's Boston College, and they are still undefeated after blowing out Miami 45-24. Miami is now 1-2 on the season, and Miami is a team that has made the college football playoffs in 2 of the last 3 seasons in this dynasty. So this is a pretty good team that we're going to be facing. They have one of the more balanced rosters I have seen in this game, and they have a lot of guys that I think are going to be potential NFL players. Like, this is that type of roster, in my opinion. Their defense isn't the greatest, but they have one of the better offensive lines I've seen, and I think we're going to need to play a really good game defensively in order to beat this game. And it is raining, so there is that. So throwing the football will be a bit tougher today, as we will kick this away to their offense, and Boston College will start out with the rock. They will take it back from the 2-yard line all the way to the 23. And out comes Boston College and this offense. Ryan Puglisi is the quarterback, as he does throw it on the first pass. This one to number 84, and that one will be a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 this time. That's going to be a completion over to LaShawn Huntley. And it's a first down here, finding the area in the zone. Here's Puglisi this time, running the read option. Nobody's home for the option keeper, and he picks up a big gain of 20. Larry Swain on the tackle, but now they're already threatening to score. Here's a handoff this time, a broken tackle and a big hit by Blunt in the hole. Lionel Blunt has been playing on the outside quite a bit this year on the left side of the defense, but there is a nice tackle by Swain just before the first down, and now that brings it to a 4th and 2. We come out here with 3 down linemen, and they run the football right up the middle. That's a big-time gain inside the 1. Probably a questionable play call by our D coordinator on that play. Now at the 1, a carry, and that is a loss of about 4. Everybody was in the backfield on that play. A penalty backs them up all the way to the 14-yard line. They start out at the 1, now at the 14. Here is Puglisi in the pocket all day to throw, and throws to the end zone, but there is a flag on the play, and usually when there's a pocket that big, there's probably a holding call coming, so that touchdown will come back. Back at the 24-yard line. This play, we send the pressure. They throw across the middle, and they get to about the 12. It's completed, but they will have to bring in the field goal kicker, and that was like maybe the shortest long drive that I've seen this season. They took off 5 minutes on the clock, but it seemed like they had the football forever that drive. So here we go back on an offense for the first time today. Here is a short throw out to Damarr Tamm that picks up a few. 3rd and 4 now. Here's a throw across the middle, and Council just airmails that one across the middle. And we will have a 3 and out. When's the last time that has happened? So here we go back out on defense. Here's a throw to the flats. That one might be maybe a gain of 1. I thought that was actually a loss of 1 at first. 3rd and 9 here for Puglisi, and he throws to an open man, and his receiver could not hold on. So here we go after that drop pass as we take the next drive starting at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw to the flats and a wide open Damarr Tamm as he gets it inside the 30, juking his way inside for a big-time gain. That is 1,000 yards passing on the season for Dylan Council through the 4th game of the year. Quick RPO. This time we're going to hand it off to Brisker, and he does fight forward. Only a gain of 4, though. That brings it to a 3rd and 6. Here is Council throwing all the way across the field, and this one is going to be a little high for Darius Whitehead, and he could not bring it down as we bring in Dylan McKissick for the field goal, and that one is knocked through. So a 3-3 game here early on here in the first quarter, as we do have 1 minute left in the opening frame, and that one will be a first down carry. 1st and 10 now, a play action, and there is Morgan Ezekiel. He gets to the quarterback. The freshman has been super impressive through the first 3 games of the season. He's really been making an impact, especially rushing the passer. He gets in there again. Here's a throw to the right side, and a broken tackle, and they get a lot of that yardage back. That's a gain of 15 yards, and Persinger is down on the play. Jackson Barton on the outside here for this 3rd down run, and there is some good penetration that time from Cole Neighbors, number 98, the transfer from LSU. Here's a short throw out to the middle of the field to start the next drive for Nevada. That is an easy first down pitch and catch. We're across the 50 now. Here's a run play. This time it's Brisker breaking a tackle and showing that burst. It's a gain of 6. David Lacouture checks in here for a 3rd and 4. This time, here's a throw deep down the middle of the field, and this one's caught. It's Damarr Tamm again. Damarr Tamm has been super impressive here in season 2 of his Nevada career, and he is just all over the field. You line him up in the slot on the outside. He's just everything you want in a wide receiver. 10-3 ball game is here. We are midway through the second quarter. Puglisi under center this time. It looks like a goal line package. It's a pitch play out to the right side. And a big-time run this time by Zach Moody. He gets all the way to the 25-yard line. And that's his first attempt of the game, by the way. He is actually one of their leading tailbacks. I'm surprised they've waited this long to get him some burn, and that is good pressure by Morgan Ezekiel. Forces the incompletion. That brings it to a 4th and 4 now at about the 19-yard line. Puglisi snap from the shotgun will go down. It's Ezekiel again. His second sack of the game, and that time Puglisi tries to get away, but Morgan Ezekiel is good at wrapping up the quarterback. And we take back over here with 5 minutes to go. Here's a run play, and that is Brisker could not get away from a tackle that time from George Cashman. 3rd and 7, short throw, and that is Bandy at the sticks. Will they give it to him? They barely do. That moves the chains. Now a 2nd and 3. Here's a throw out to the flats. That is a good catch by Dylan Galloway. He does fight out of bounds. Nice catch. Nice throw. Counts it out across the 50 off to Brisker, and Brisker has a big hole. And that is a first down as we're just on the edge of field goal range now. Under 2 minutes to go, running Damarr Tamm in motion. It looks like it's going to be Hefney in the game at tailback. Here is Tamm, juke it to the outside. He picks up a gain of 10. Inside the 10-yard line, 1:38 to go. We still have all 3 timeouts. Tamm runs in motion. It's a jet sweep touch pass, and he tries to get to the outside, but does not have the speed to outrun the defense on that one. 3rd and goal now at the 8. Here is Council rolling, throwing late, and this one is behind Tamm again. He's got to be better at throwing on the run. If that was thrown to the sideline, that one is probably a touchdown to Tamm. Instead, we had to settle for 3, but we do have the 10-point lead. 1:15 to go here for Boston College. Here's Puglisi throwing short. This one is a catch and a run. Jace Clarizio will get the first down on that catch out of the backfield. At about the 42-yard line. It's a quick throw. They notice the blitz right away, and he gets rid of it. That is going to be a gain of about 9.5. 2nd and inches for Puglisi. He gets hit on this throw. It's a catch and a broken tackle and a few yards after that. And now they do start to burn those timeouts. They have none remaining now at the 38-yard line. 41 seconds to go. A good screen pass out to the right side. Staying in bounds is going to be Clarizio, and he picks up a big gain. He's out at the 13. Perfect gain right there. It stops the clock. This one is going to be another catch, another run out of bounds. And now here they are at the 4. It's a 3rd and 1. 26 seconds to go. It's a quick screen pass out to left side, and a couple of broken tackles almost got into the end zone. Now 1st and goal at the 1. Wide open across the middle is a touchdown to the tight end. And Boston College marches down the field. And they will score on this drive and will get some points before halftime. So now we're only up by 3. Here's a short throw. It's Damarr Tamm, who's got a little bit low of a throw, but it will be held in by Tamm. Now 1st and 10 at the 50. Another short throw. It's Galloway. He's got it. A broken tackle and does get across the 50. Tackle at about the 35. 1st and 10 again. Here is Council. Play action fake. Throw in deep. He's looking for Braden Cage, and this one's intercepted. It's going to be brought back out of the end zone to about the 17 or 18-yard line. And that was just a throw into maybe tight coverage. It shouldn't have been made. Here's Puglisi. A quick throw across the middle. That is caught by LaShawn Huntley for a gain of 8. 3rd and 2 now as this 3rd quarter is winding down. It's a run play up the middle and a couple of broken tackles, but we do get the stop behind the line. But it's going to bring it to a 4th and 1, and they are going to line up to go for this one. It's a handoff this time, and they will pick it up. It's a gain of about 3. Fresh set of downs here to start the 4th quarter as now they get it to a 3rd and 5. Another short throw. It's a catch and a broken tackle, and falling to the ground at the 30-yard line, Ty Humphreys. Now another handoff this time. A broken tackle. And off to the races is Moody. He will take it all the way. Touchdown. I don't know where our defense was on this play, but Marquise Rahman came in the backfield and met Muti and just bounces off of that tackle. And I have no idea what Ty Stitzer's even doing. The play is going on behind him, and nobody else is there. Down by 4 now in the fourth quarter. Here's a deep shot looking for Galloway down the field, and it's a catch. Good throw by Council as that picks up the big first down. Now across the 50. Here is David Paul with a big gain up the middle. He gets inside the 10-yard line. And it is now a goal situation to go. 1st and 10. Quick throw. It's intercepted. Looking for Bandy. We wanted that throw to be low. Instead, it was thrown high. And it's picked off by Boston College, but they will start their next drive at the 1. Puglisi now in the pistol. Here is Marquise Rahman in the backfield for the safety. We get the stop there on the goal line, and we will get the punt right back. What a play by Rahman. He missed that tackle earlier, which caused the big touchdown run, but then makes up for it with a nice tackle in the backfield. So we have about 5 minutes to go here. Here's a carry this time to David Paul up the middle, and he only picks up a gain of 4. We want to be wise on this drive also and use some clock. We do not want to give Boston College the ball back. They have been extremely well at moving the ball down the field. Here's a quick throw to Damarr Tamm. He's got it right off the line of scrimmage. It's a first down. He's turned into such a great route runner. That's been his biggest plus going from year 1 to year 2. Brisker with the carry up the middle. He picks up a gain of 5. At the 13-yard line, here is Council. Here's a play action. We throw to Brisker out of the backfield, and he fights forward, and he gets tackled at about the 6. They will mark him down at. Just about 3 minutes to go. A little RPO over to Bandy, and Bandy will be in for the touchdown. And we do capitalize, so we turn that drive into 9 points, a 9-point swing after the safety and the touchdown. So up by 5 now, 22-17, a really weird score, and that is a quick screen, and it's Larry Swain with the tackle right there. That brings it to a 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to go just about. Here's a throw to the flats, and somehow will be a first down to Ty Humphreys. We had 2 defenders in the area, not one made the play. Another short throw this time, Nedrick Bolden, and he gets across the 50-yard line. It takes a few defenders to bring him down, by the way. Another quick throw, and another close conversion that time. As this drive continues, under 1:15 to go. Puglisi under pressure, gets rid of it, sidearms it to his tight end, and they will call a timeout here. And they're into field goal range, but they need 6. 1:09 here at the snap. We send pressure. Another quick throw. It's a spin and a broken tackle somehow inside the 5. And now it is goal to go at the 3. 1st and goal here. Puglisi wide open is LaShawn Huntley. What a drive put together by Puglisi in this offense. And Boston College will actually elect to kick the PAT instead of going for 2. So that puts them up by 2. So now a game-winning field goal is in the cards. Council now with 30 seconds to go. Here's a quick throw out to get Dylan Galloway. We had to burn a timeout there if we didn't get to the first down sticks. Now it's 2nd and 2. We have 2 remaining. Here is Council throwing short again. This one to Celeste Tao, and it gets out of bounds. And that stops the clock. 26 seconds to go. Here is Council getting hit on that throw. Clock stops here at 23 seconds. 2nd and 10. They only rush 3, but they get to Council. And it's going to be caught at about the 42. We hurry it up to the line. We do have 2 timeouts remaining, but we do get the snap off. Here's a deep shot looking down the field for Mike Bandy, who goes up and gets it, but he's knocked out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining. Probably enough for 2 plays here if we play our cards right. Here is Council in the pocket. He's just going to take off up the middle, and it takes a few defenders to get him down, and we call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. So we do not have enough time for another play. So we decide to bring in Will Shoemaker here for this field goal. He's got just a little bit more leg than what we have with Dylan McKissick, and this one is from 53. The meter is going crazy. Can we win it? The kick is not even close in the rain. It's no good. Boston College wins this one 24-22. Devastating loss here for the Wolfpack. We decided to make that switch at kicker just because he needed an extra bit more leg, and I did not see that Dylan McKissick had even close to having that range to hit a 53-yarder. I think his max is probably 51, 52, and that's probably with the wind or with no wind, but that time the wind was in our face, so had to bring out a stronger leg, and it just didn't work out. But Boston College was unstoppable today. Puglisi was 36 of 42. I was a bit upset after this game because I felt like Boston College was kind of unstoppable. Their offensive line was amazing, probably the best offensive line I've ever faced. And I didn't even get to the stats for Nevada here. I was that upset. But we go 3-1 in non-conference play, losing to Boston College. They are undefeated. They're also getting top 25 votes, by the way. So that loss, while we probably should have won it, won't look as bad on paper if Boston College has a year that they probably should have based on what we just saw. We do have some recruiting updates before getting into next episode. Verrett and Davis are our top 2 defenders on the board, and we are in first with Verrett and third with Davis. I really like Davis, though. He is a safety that I do want to get here on campus, but the visit is only going to be until week 10. Like, that's a while from now. So hopefully we do stay in the hunt here and we do not get locked out by that time. But we are starting to get locked out with a couple of these guys. We knew it wouldn't be realistic to get all of the guys here on the board, but you know, we're at least in first for, I would say, most of our top 10 prospects. And I think that we're in a very good position here in recruiting. And I'm not going to really add anybody else until we start getting some commitments. I want to really dedicate the hours to the guys we have on our board, make sure we can schedule visits and things like that. Like for Danny McLean, who I really want in the door. He is a receiver and I think could be the future at our receiving core. So the road does get a little bit more tough because not only are we going to be facing more top 10 teams, we're going to face one right away with UCLA on the road. It's going to be a tough matchup. And then we play USC in a couple of weeks, who are also a top 10 team. So Pac-12 play is going to be underway. And this is going to be an interesting season here in season 4. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.